Hey again, everybody. Welcome to Week 10. It's all the fingers, Coach.
There's no one left, man.
There's nothing left. It's the final edition of 3 and Out with Coach Gass. He's head coach Russell Gaskamp. I'm assistant AD Matt Janik. We're going to talk a little football, and we're going to get out of here. First things first, Coach. Big day for the university this week, day of giving coming up. How can folks help your program on Thursday?
Well, we have a really specific focus, and not to stand on a soapbox for too long here, but the reality of it is we have players in our program that don't get all their nutritional needs met. So we're in the midst of planning to build a fueling station for our players going into the future, and obviously as we go into the future and continue to add facilities, part of that is going to be the idea of what this fueling station is going to be. But we are able to provide supplements and nutritional things throughout the off season as we go into the spring and we start training full time in our off season, and all that stuff costs money. And really we're just doing that to be able to help enhance the nutritional needs of our players. And so it's going to be a real big deal. So that's the focus of our day of giving this year. Obviously our goal for the day is $5,000, but I think we got a great chance to do better than that this year. We need everyone out there in Raven Nation that wants to help out Raven football. We'd love your support to be able to do this. All we're doing is putting the money right back into the players for nutritional needs, supplemental needs, and for our program to continue to grow, literally.
All right. Let's shift the attention to the field. Second win of the season, big win at Post this weekend. How were things out there?
Well, it was great for our guys. Obviously that's great on the morale for our football team. Our team went down there, played well. Obviously we didn't have E.J. Burgess this week, and so and we're obviously hoping that we're able to get him back for this last game against New Haven. But we had two running backs step up, Alex Benitez and Christian Keeling. That both played really good games, had their best statistical days in college so far. Both were able to get in the end zone. Christian was able to get there twice. So it was great for those guys to see those guys step up to the plate. I thought our offensive line played better and was able to run the ball and be a little bit more balanced than what we've shown at times this year. And then obviously, you get 7 sacks and 7 interceptions in a day. Defensively, you're doing some things right. Went in there with a couple of wrinkles in the coverage and stuff, and had a little bust here or there early on, but it was a great change up that we were able to do that. We were able to create pressure the entire game, and I think after the first series, you saw our defense really start to settle down and play at a high level. And obviously, we had the conference player of the week on the defensive side of the ball. Janet Clark had 2 interceptions. One of them he returned to a touchdown, which was based off of a coverage wrinkle that we had put in that week because we knew how much they would screen and put the ball on the perimeter, and we're able to do that. And so it was great. We traveled well down there. It was great to see that. Our guys went down there really focused and played a good game, and hopefully we can build on the momentum of the positivity of coming off that win. I know it sounds like a simple step, but it's the most wins we've had in the season so far. And obviously we've let some go this year that we thought we had chances to get wins in, but we're continuing to move the needle forward. And so. And that helps us build momentum going into the offseason after our last game this week against New Haven.
All right. You and I have talked about this a couple times. It's a tough end of the year. A lot of time on the road, a lot of games on the road, and a real tough opponent to end the season here against New Haven. So what do you look for going into the last week?
Well, first of all, it has been a tough ending. When Stonehill left the league, that left us without a game in week 11. And so this will be done this week, and our focus for our staff will be to start to look at how can we continue to improve the program and obviously go into recruiting. But this will be our fourth road game out of the last 5 weeks of the season with consecutive trips back down to Connecticut. And New Haven's got a heck of a football team. They're coming off of a tough loss against Assumption, which kind of put Assumption kind of in where they kind of control their own destiny, get into the playoffs. New Haven's going to be kind of, is right now, at least in the regional rankings, outside looking in. But we think the league itself has got a chance to get 3 teams in the playoffs. Assumption, Bentley, now New Haven. Obviously, we would like to have something to say about that this week. But we're going to have to go down there and play a really great game against a good football team. The quarterback's outstanding. They got a great running back. They got probably the 2 best receivers in the league. And so they're, extremely explosive on offense. And then, I thought Bentley's defense was really good. I thought Assumption's defense was really good. I think this is the best statistical defense in the conference. They got lights out players all over the board, including number 3, who's kind of a hybrid outside linebacker safety player from them. He's the best player I've seen on video this year, and he was an All-American last year, and I think he's better this year. So, look, we're going to have to go down there. We're going to have to play good on special teams. I told our team today, we don't at least match them on the special teams or make some big plays on the special teams. We're not going to have a chance to win this game. We're going to have to go there and play well on the special teams. And then I think this is the type of game where both sides of the ball are going to have to understand what each side of the ball is going to have to do to win this game, We're going to have to make it ugly. I mean, we can't get into a shootout with this team. Right. They're too explosive on the offensive side of the ball. We're going to have to go down there and make an ugly win out of this thing. And so if we're going to have a chance to be able to do that. And so we're going to have a great week of practice. The guys we're banged up right now. We know we are. I'm sure there'll be some guys that'll be excited about getting through the end of the season and starting to get into the healing process. But we get one more chance, man. You don't ever want to skip these opportunities, especially to go out and play against good football teams and hopefully be able to go make a mark and see if we can get these guys knocked out of the playoff race.
All right, there's only so many games in a year. You might as well go out
that's
there and
try to get it. It's a blessing to be a college football player. And so that's one of the things I talked about last week with our guys. I mean, it was a beautiful day down in Waterbury. The weather was amazing. And I said, guys, just appreciate these opportunities, man. These things only come around so often. You'll get 10 or 11 of them a year. So our guys will go out there and play really hard this week and see if we can go finish this thing up the right way.
All right, Coach, that's 3 questions. What are your keys?
Well, we got to block 3. I mean, their entire defense is great, but he is a dynamic football player that does a lot of things. So there's some things in the game plan that we're focusing on how we can at least help control him. And then, like any good defense, if you're going to be good on defense, you got to stop the run. So we're going to have to start there first. We know how explosive the receivers are, some of the better players in the league. But if you don't stop the run, it doesn't matter. So we're going to have to stop the run first and hopefully hold on. And, the reality of it is that this is going to have to be a close game in the fourth quarter. Right. So we better get off to a good start. We don't get off to a good start. It's their senior day. It's their homecoming day. There'll be a lot of excitement in that crowd. We don't get off to a good start, it's not going to be a very good day for the Ravens. So we got to get off to a good start. Hopefully we hang in there, and then if we get in the fourth quarter and it's close, have some good things happen.
All right, somebody put a hat on number 3.
That's it. Get a hat on number 3, man. He's a heck of a player, man.
All right, they're at New Haven on Saturday. He'll be there. I won't be. He hopes to see you out there. Have a good week. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you. Appreciate everything this year, man.
Thank you.